All right, so, oh my God, we're here at EVO 2013. I'm once again joined by Dave Verfai. That's right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember from E3, let's go. And we're playing the latest build of Killer Instinct. I can't believe it. The game is absolutely freaking gorgeous. And the latest character is Glacius, and we're getting a new character in a couple of days, right? Like a tease for one?
So, yeah, on the main stage on Sunday, we'll be teasing a brand new character number 4.
Okay, let's go with Glacius stage and keep it with the formation. There was this really awesome video on game trailers that showed off like Glacius combos. I think that John Batista did.
Yeah. And
there was like finally a chance to see the game running at 60 frames per second in really high fidelity. So I think the more we can get of that, the better. And the more if we can do that on YouTube, let's go.
See it, man.
Okay. Yes. All right. So let me think of where to start because I played this guy a lot today. A lot of his offense seems to revolve around this attack.
Yeah. So that's the Ice Lance. That's forward medium punch, and it is fully cancelable into any special or into auto doubles.
Gotcha.
So, like on block, a big mix-up is am I going to do this into the hail?
Yeah. Which is this thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Or am I going to go into shatter, which is his unblockable?
Okay. So the unblockable. Actually, like, do it for me really quick. It resembles a bit of the old one, the old ice
you get
punch.
The ice construct of the puddle punch.
Gotcha. So that's savable. Glacius now is like an alien that controls ice. Is that kind of his story?
Exactly.
Right.
So you can sort of see through the translucent ice, sort of the alien underneath, and even on his skin, you can see like the sort of nanotechnology where he's constructing.
Like all like the typography stuff. That's okay. That's pretty
and then, like
freaking
for
cool.
some of the big attacks, like the heavy punch, you'll just see he forms ice. Obviously, these jumping attacks. And I love the way the ice shatters, like the effects that Chris Savaggio.
It's really going into all that particle stuff, man. It's like put as much of that in the game because it looks really cool. Glacius has like a lot of interesting moves that can keep him at bay because this unblockable sets up that crazy thing where you go into the hail. What I love is that he's finally got it was called Puddle Punch.
Puddle Punch. Yeah.
I still can't believe it was called that in the previous game, but he's got Puddle Punch and it's actually similar to the previous game. And I think yes, the super is actually multiple Puddle Punches.
Yeah, the Shadow Punch hits 5 times like all the shadows. And then his last special is the Cold Shoulder. So quarter circle back and kick.
Gotcha.
And that's an opener. The Shadow version is projectile vulnerable, so...
oh, okay, so like if you...
So let me throw a hail and you can go right through.
Okay. Gotcha, okay. So this is really good for matchups like Jago and stuff like that. Doesn't really do much for Saberwolf. Is it any other invulnerable than projectiles or no?
Just projectile.
Okay.
And then his Puddle Punch is invulnerable the whole way down, and on the way up to balance it, the vulnerable collision is slightly ahead of the attack collision.
Oh, okay, so
you can get beat out of it on the way up.
Could it be a viable anti-air?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow, okay.
Absolutely. So like I'll jump in on you and just try time.
Okay. And that beats it there. Oh, and you're in recovery frames hitting the ground, so if you time a light Puddle Punch, it's like a punish.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, okay,
yeah,
so...
pretty standard trip guards, so if you attack in the air, you can't block for 2 frames.
2 frames, okay. That makes a lot of sense to me. For you guys that don't know, it means that if you do an attack in the air, you can get hurt when you hit the ground for a small period of time.
Yep.
So the other thing about character traits that is insane with Glacius is that, like we were saying, he's got these full-screen auto doubles. Can you show some of that stuff off?
Yeah, so this is the first character that can do range combos. I'm just going to do basic lance into doubles, then linkers, and keep going. And you see the
break dancing on the ground.
The power level of the auto double determines whether you pull them in, stay in place, or out. So light doubles push them out. Medium doubles keep them in place, and heavy doubles pull them towards you.
Gotcha. And when I was messing around with him, I also noticed that the unblockable move is also used as a linker, and that seems to like suck him in a whole bunch.
Yeah, a little bit. But it stays in place decently.
So, for example, a lot of his offense starts with this into this.
Yep. Oh, you got it. So the Cold Shoulder is a great way to turn like a ranged combo.
Yeah.
Oh, missed it. Into a close combo. So you can use it to close the distance.
And is there any reason why you would want to get in on that distance? Is just the close range damage is way better?
Close damage is a lot better.
Okay.
So like sort of the max range combo will do about 23%.
With an ender?
Yeah, with an ender.
Okay.
Whereas a close combo, you know, depending on whether you use Shadow or not, 40-ish.
30 to 40-ish?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So in general, I can...
You bring them in with heavies and then do cold shoulder to sort of... there you go, nice!
Stuff and things.
Now big ender. Oh, this is going to be big. 44.
44. Alright, there we go. All the time I put into it earlier today is still paying off. I was also noticing he's got kind of similar play styles. Like when I was trying to explain Glacius to some folks at the show, I was like, okay, he feels like Blackheart from Marvel 2. Feels like Dhalsim because he has this stuff from Street Fighter 4. He's got a little bit of Urian in him because he's got these unblockable kind of setups with a shoulder. So like,
bit of Dormammu also.
Exactly. It's like a lot of inspiration has gone into the character because Glacius in previous KI was literally a rushdown character, almost like the entire rest of the cast. So that's what I'm digging about this game, is that now the cast is actually fairly unique, with Saberwolf being incredible rushing, Saberwolf being, Jago being a lot of control, and Glacius being ranged control. Is that kind of fair?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things we've talked a lot about is sort of creating what we call the triangle of gameplay.
Okay.
So we think there's like a rushdown character, a strong grappling character, and then like a zoning character. And I think Glacius, you know, sort of serves that zoning purpose, and Saberwolf is clearly the rushdown character.
Yeah.
And we think Jago sort of falls in the middle with these nicely balanced character.
Gotcha. Let's show off some combos, like as much big stuff as possibly can. So, yeah, I really wanted to see kind of the crazier combos. I was coming up with stuff where you have this ranged thing, and you can kind of do stuff like this for a while, and then eventually go into, what is this? Is this the...
That's a Puddle Punch Ender.
Puddle Punch Ender is what kind of an Ender?
That does damage ender.
This just damage? Okay.
So one of the best enders, he's got a ground bounce. First character in KI to have a ground bounce.
And that comes off of
the Hail Ender.
The Hail Ender.
Yes.
I remember seeing this.
So
go ahead.
Sort of build up some potential.
Times. Of course. Times. I like the little robot in the background. It reminds me of what was the movie from the 80s as a kid? Flight of the Navigator, like the robot that flies around. And, okay, so does that technically count as his launcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he doesn't have a true launcher, but he has a ground bounce. And
Gotcha.
For me, one of my favorite things to do off the ground bounce is back heavy punch, that's his anti-air.
Yeah.
And then cancel that into hail just to keep them locked down even as they're getting up.
Okay, so you have an element where you have to like wake up with a projectile invincible attack to get out of it. But if you follow it up with this, you're kind of like, now you just got to block in a way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's a super setup heavy character.
Yeah, no, I think he's all about controlling space and sort of controlling the tempo of the game.
I just love seeing this happen over and over and over again. Oh, just out of range.
You can also do the lance after that.
Gotcha. I was also just noticing how a couple of the smaller things have changed in the game. The announcer now says combo, but I have heard him just say the extreme and insane without it. So is there a programming feature that has gone into the game where it comes out at specific times?
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you get your ender, he will say combo.
Okay.
But if you drop the combo, then he just says extreme. So sort of reward the player for getting the ender and the big damage.
That makes so much sense. And is Ultra, is the original Ultra back, or is it just Ultra combo no matter what?
It says Ultra combo no matter what.
Okay.
And then you were talking about the visuals, so we definitely listened to the community feedback, and one of the big things we heard a lot about was blood, so you'll see a lot more blood on the stage.
Yeah.
It now sticks around.
Yeah, and let's see, it's on the floor, okay. That's one thing we were going crazy about, was like, oh, Gore's back, oh my gosh, and then the game trailers video. So
the other big thing is the new shadow effects.
Oh, and it stays on the screen a whole lot longer, okay. Did a parachute just land in the background?
Yeah, no, there's a parachute in the background on this one. You saw the eye in the animation, and then when the Ultra kicks in, we'll have to show that.
Okay.
Watch the jet engine start to power up. Blizzard comes in.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh. So the musical cues are different per stage.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like the different type of whatever the beat is. Like it's a rock beat at the end of Jago's stage. I noticed it's like a guitar riff, and this one it's unique alien sounds in a way.
Yeah, a little more techno aliens.
Yeah.